Hello, Professor Eisenberg. It is a pleasure to almost see you. And I guess I'm going to talk to you about my essay. So here we go. In my essay, I talked about The Savage Detectives by Roberto Bolaño, and in particular how the book addresses issues of self, truth, and social understanding. I have to be honest, throughout the first section of the novel, Mexicans Lost in Mexico, I found myself so irritated by the sycophantic and self-centered narrator that I was tempted to put the book down and move to something that I found more engaging. Thankfully, I stuck with it. And after seeing the diversity of perspectives that the text is offering, came to reassess my reaction to the aforementioned Garcia Madera. I saw that every aspect of my negative reaction came from things that, after being given a second thought, seems not only to validate these annoyances as extraordinarily well-observed human traits, but also saw them as vital to the second-hand observational quality of the text. To mention the obvious, the two main characters of the text are Arturo Bolaño and Ulises Lima. Two characters who, in spite of their relevance to every story being told in the text, are never directly given their own narrative voice, which I found very interesting. Thus, the way that they are illustrated by those who have had memories of them becomes more and more important in establishing the book's statements about self, which simply put are that self is just as much defined by the opinions of those around us as by one's opinions of himself. In fact, it is not the thinking head, but the memories of those who have shared memories with an individual that define who that individual is and how he is remembered. So what does all of this say about truth? The fact that we have to assume that the reader can't deduce any relevant assumptions with a single perspective questions the ability of an individual to experience or know truth. So how is this novel so directly confronting the topic? The answer is actually relatively simple. It's confronting it in the same way that it confronts the self, as a multiplicity. Since truth can't be defined using a single perception, then truth must be defined as an accumulation of perspectives, even if all of them are slightly skewed and even untrue in their own right. What they become when combined, when those elements are scrutinized in reference to one another, truth begins to reveal itself most clearly. We are able to do this in text during the points at which the narrative lines intersect, and we are given an opportunity to see the situation, as well as the people, Bolaño and Lima in particular, from different, contradictory perspectives. All of this comes together to form an utterly postmodern view of self, in which all individuals and truth are defined within a social fugue, within which they cannot help but be a part. So truth is never clearly defined necessarily as a singularity. In fact, the statement about truth really seems to be that it can't be, that it's impossible. I thought that the perspectives there that were being addressed of what that meant, how the self could be seen from the outside rather than the inside, was utterly fascinating and actually much more true to life than any other selfish perspective of truth. But anyway, I hope you had a really good summer, and I will talk to you very soon, hopefully. Have a good one. Bye-bye.